I've hunted British Columbia before. I'd never been up in the northwestern part like we are here, and it is just amazing. Right away, this bull came in. It was kind of exciting. First day of moose hunting, and we've already got moose coming in. Should I take him?
And there's nothing moving at all. 2.5 hours after it's light, and not till about an hour before it gets dark.
He's got 3 points. He's got 3 points. He's got 3 brows. We'll take him.
Our right to keep and bear arms is a fundamental part of who we are as Americans, and so is our right to hunt. At the National Rifle Association, we're dedicated to protecting those fundamental rights. Whether in Congress, the state capitals, or the courts, we fight every day to make sure our freedoms are preserved for the next generation. This week, Team Magnum's Gary Joseph gets to exercise the rights we work so hard to protect. This is Nosler's Magnum TV.
I booked a moose hunt with Brian Martin, Canadian Mountain Outfitters, up here in northwestern British Columbia. Here we are, Smithers, BC, ready to get on our float plane and head into camp.
It's 1.5 million acres, no roads. You know, the closest float plane base is 70 miles away. That's the closest road. The closest town of any size is Smithers, which is about 220 air miles from here, which is where you guys flew from. It's about 2.25 hours on a Beaver. And as you can see, it's pretty remote. Since we don't own our own airplane, you have to really be on a good schedule. That's why our pilot, Mac, with Utsa Air, he came in yesterday and spends the night. That way we're not in a rush. Gary, you guys are going to be going to our Frog Lake camp. It's probably 30, 35 air miles from here. That camp is somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 feet. It sits in a big mountain range. The lake's about 3 miles long, 2 to 3 miles long, and about 1/4 to 1/2 mile across, depending where you're at, to say 400 yards across. And beautiful spot. There'll be a really nice cabin there.
Okay, here we are, our second day of flying on the float plane, getting in here to Frog Lake. We're looking for a really great hunt here. We got good weather, it's gorgeous here right now.
So I guess the key with moose is just kind of call them really early and really late, and make sure the wind's in your favor. And you know, the 2 things that'll seem to break in a moose are going to be him hearing you or him smelling you.
Moose hunting is basically done in the morning, early mornings and the late evenings. We would typically leave camp by boat, motor across the lake. Probably 4 miles, 5 miles from camp, motoring down to the lakes. Then we get out and start hunting. Hiked in maybe 1/2, 3/4 of a mile and found a really nice meadow. It was a good frosty morning, and we started doing some moose calling.
long as you're, you know, maybe give them some time if you sneak into an area before you start calling in case they heard something or are suspicious. And always making sure you have the wind in your favor, and don't be calling, especially trying to get a moose into bow range unless you have the wind in your favor.
Right away, this small bull and cow came in. It was kind of exciting. First day of moose hunting, and we've already got moose coming in.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Nosler, Load Nosler, Own the Shots, and by Nikon, Dunham's High Caliber Ranch, Gobble and Grunt Outfitters, the NRA ILA, and Thompson Center Arms, America's master gunmaker. This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Gobble and Grunt Outfitters.
Right away, this small bull and cow came in. It was kind of exciting. First day of moose hunting, and we've already got moose coming in.
Moose hunting has challenges all its own in the sense that, you know, like the weather for right now is a big key, you know, is a big factor. And crystal clear every night with a bright moon and ice cold at night, and then in the middle of the day it heats up to probably 70, you know, and there's nothing moving at all. 2.5 hours after it's light and not till about an hour before it gets dark.
The moose would bed down midday. We would go back, have a good lunch, and then go do some fishing.
The fishing is a great way to spend a few afternoons. You know, you got a few hours in the middle of the day. It's a great way to fill in your day and really get the experience.
We're doing some fishing, and maybe an hour later, we look up and there's 5 caribou crossing the river, and you want to see a scramble.
They're pretty small.
They're all cows except for that one young bull and gimp there, Gimpy.
Yeah.
I think he was hanging around waiting for somebody. This must be a crossing here, one that we found.
Yeah, I think so. Just, too bad it's not bigger.
Yeah.
Old bull and really heavy.
No kidding. We have a caribou tag, but
You've already shot a bunch.
I've shot several caribou, so.
Best to shoot a big one, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I mean.
Yeah.
It's different than any other job you could ever do, I guess, in a sense, you know, in that you're in a totally remote area every day and looking for wild animals that may have never seen in person before. And it's just a really pristine experience.
Big bull. Right in the woods. Oh my God, look at the horns on him. Got 2 brown tines on one side. They're just long brown tines. When I first saw him, I saw long points on his paddles. I said, oh my God, big bull. But, so I guess we're just gonna head on back down and see what we see. The accommodations up here are just, it's close to a 3-star hotel in the woods, man. The cabin is great, got a fireplace, got a wood stove for cooking, and Becca did a heck of a job.
I think one thing that I've really, I guess, learned since being up here, I've learned to appreciate nature a lot more than I ever did. Even being a non-hunter before, and then coming up here, I've learned to appreciate the wildlife and the nature a lot more. I think it's been a great thing for me. It's been a good thing for Blair and I together. So it's great, it's a good life, and we love it.
It's 47 yards. Don't take a frontal shot.
Should I take him?
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Dunham's High Caliber Ranch.
We decided to come back to the same meadow, and this particular day we had some snow on the ground, and we thought it was just a great morning for moose hunting.
As long as you're far enough forward, you can. Yeah, right on. Right. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Perfect. I'll give it a few minutes once you guys sit in before we start.
I got movement over here, behind that big tree. I can see him coming around. He's coming around to the right. He's coming around to the right. He's coming. Let him come. There he goes. Let him come. Just go. Here he comes.
It's 47 yards. Don't take a frontal shot. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. 235.
He's got great fronts on him.
There he goes. He's a bit broken on the top.
He's not good on top, though, is he? I could smoke him.
He's 27.
Should we take him?
He's a bit broken on the top. He's not that big when we seen him.
How about that, boys? We can do better, Blair, right?
Awesome.
I couldn't believe that you told me not to shoot. I know it's early in the hunt, but that was a beautiful bull, man. And
Big bush.
it was hard. It was hard to resist on that one.
Yeah. I mean, how many days we have left? We've got quite a few days
Yeah,
left.
another week or so. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
most of it's sinking.
This
We've got
this
lots of
bull
time.
was this tops were
He rounded
broken
them
off and
broke
broomed
some
off.
tines in
Yeah.
front, wicked fronts.
Wow,
You
five
know,
5 and 4 on the brow tines, huh?
26 yards away.
That was. I'm telling you, man. I'm sitting there. I'm saying, Blair, is that a good one? Because I don't know how to judge them up here.
No.
That was a
Yeah.
smoke. I'm telling you, I was
Yeah.
nanoseconds away from releasing,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm like, I could kill this bull. I know I can kill this bull. But,
well, you shot that other really big one in Alaska, and you know, we were looking for a really special bull.
That's what's tough for me to judge compared to the Alaskan Yukon moose.
Yeah, the bigger bodies and stuff too.
Bigger bodies, bigger antlers. You know, I had shot just a 63-inch wide monster, and I'm trying to compare to that, and I don't think these Canadians match up to the Alaskans.
The bodies are a lot smaller, you know.
Right, right.
But still
a big animal.
Still a great bull, you know, and you know, maybe in another few days we'd probably be shooting that one out.
I hope we don't regret this. But that was awesome, man.
That was awesome.
26, 27 yards, was it? Yeah, unbelievable. Right there, is that paddle? That's paddle right there. There's a bull. There's a bull. 50. We'll take him.
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by the Magnum Hunt Club.
For over 70 years, Brownells has proudly supported gun owners, the firearms industry, and the NRA. None of us should ever take our gun rights for granted. We must remain vigilant in our efforts to protect and enforce our Second Amendment. Here's an important message from Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, fact number 235. Contrary to popular belief, America is not a democracy. It's a Chuck-tatorship.
I always get a kick out of those Chuckisms. But of course I can't decide alone how the country is run. If you're worried about the direction our country is going, you're in good company. Too many people have forgotten our nation was founded to protect freedom, like our Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. Freedom is not about what government can do for us, but about keeping government from doing things to us. There's only one way to protect our freedoms, by voting for the candidates who support them. I hope you won't be missing in action on Election Day. Register to vote. I'm Chuck Norris, and I approve this message.
For more information, go to triggerthevote.org.
After getting up and having a great breakfast, we decided to motor back down to that meadow where we had a couple of encounters. We thought that was our best bet. And on the way down there, I thought I saw some weeds that looked like moose paddles, and then they started to move. Right there, is that paddle? That's paddle right there. There's a bull. There's a bull. He's got 3 points. He's got 3 points. He's got 3 brows. Can we shoot from the boat? Can we shoot from the boat? Huh? This is just what I did. So we had motored into about 65 yards, and I was conversing with Blair, you know, wanted to make sure it was legal to shoot from a boat. And he assured me it was, as long as the motor was off, up, and pinned. Just coasting. 50. 44, 45. We'll take him. Is that a good shot? Or is that a good shot, boys? How's that shot, boys? From the boat. I finally let the arrow go. It just instantly felt like a great shot. Yeah, there's his tracks. There's where he was running.
Yeah, let's just get on the last blood thing. Let's just drop him down slow. If he's still up, it's not going to be a bow and arrow type thing, you know what I mean?
You never know.
You never know, but you know, I would assume that. Yeah.
We didn't go 75 yards, and there he was piled up. There he is. I see him. He's dead. He's dead. He's
Right on,
down.
right there.
He's piled up. Yeah. He's piled up. Look at this. Baby.
Nice. Check
There it
that
is,
out.
man.
Check him out. Look at those paddles, man.
He's nicer than I thought he was.
Yeah, he's a good one. Look at the size of those paddles. That is a
He did have 3 on each front too, just like we thought.
paddles, 12 each side, looks like. Nice wide paddles, yeah. Sure has browned them up a bit too, eh? Good points right there.
I got to tell you, after finding that moose piled up, it was just a relief, especially after passing on that was a really good moose down in the meadow down there, and it was just a sigh of relief. The moose was down, the hunt was over. Now I could kick back, relax, do some fishing, maybe go caribou hunting, and it just a great feeling.
When we exercise our rights as Gary did, we help protect them for future generations. I hope you'll be able to spend some time in the great outdoors and do the same. Until next time, I'm Chris Cox with the National Rifle Association, protecting our Second Amendment freedoms and hunting heritage.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearms, accessories, and gunsmithing tools, and by Nosler, Dunham's High Caliber Ranch, OutfittersRating.com, and the Magnum Hunt Club. Your adventure is our business. Closed captioning is brought to you by the NRA ILA.